he's very high on the list for me. And of course, my favorite story that no one else has, I have an exclusive story, is that Dave Cowens retired in my hotel room.
Right.
And I've told that story a million times. I leave my book with it. But the long story short, it was 1980, and it was exhibition season, and we were in Terre Haute, anchored for 3 days while they were playing exhibitions against the Pacers. Gee, why did we go to Terre Haute? There was some guy named Bird on the team,
Yeah,
Gee,
yeah.
so that's where we anchored in Indiana. Well, Dave wasn't playing well, by the way, and he had a pretty poor game the night before in Indianapolis. But the next day we're in Terre Haute, and I go to the shoot around in the morning, and I go back to my room, and the 12 noon or so, and the door knocks. I'm on the phone, by the way, with Paul Silas, who was out in Seattle, and there stands Dave Cowens with his practice uniform on him, and holding a yellow legal pad, one of these. He's holding one of these. And I said, with some papers, I said, hi, come on in. What's up? Oh, you want to talk to Cowens, Silas? So he talks to Silas. I said, what's this? He hands it to me. It's a retirement statement. He's quitting right now. I said, what do you want with me? He said, well, if you put it in order, in other words, edit it a little bit if you need to. And can you get it? And then, love this one. Can you get it in the afternoon paper? That's when we still had an afternoon edition at the Globe. I said, yes, I can do that, and give me an hour or so, because I knew we could write. He had written something for us. It wasn't going to take a whole lot of fooling around with it. And what I finally came up with was about 85 to 90% Cowens and 10 to 15% Ryan. I paragraphed it. I punctuated it a little bit. And so now the kicker is, as he's going out the door from my room, after he hands me the sheet, he then turns around and says, do you mind if I call Red first?
I love that line.
Yeah, I think that's okay with me, Dave. So he calls Red, and the conversation is as follows. First of all, Red's secretary's name is Mary Faraday. Hi, Mayor. It's Mary. It's Dave. May I speak to Red? Red, it's Dave. Remember what we talked about the other night? Well, I'm doing it. Okay, I'll see you back in Boston. Click. That's the conversation. So, and now part B is it's 4:00 and the bus is leaving to go to Evansville, where they're going to play the Bulls. And Dave hasn't told the team yet. He gets on the bus to announce that he's quitting, and goes up to Parrish, who's not playing well at all, and assured him he's going to be fine. You're going to be good. Don't worry, big fellow. You're going to be great. Blah blah blah. Gives him a pep talk. Okay, that's good. So the bus, he gets off the bus leaves, and he's standing there. And I said, what's up now? Well, I'm going home to Newport, Kentucky. Long story short, he didn't have a credit card on him, and he didn't have much money, which was typical. And I go to Avis, I get the car, I rent the car, and hand him the keys. Off he goes. So yeah, I'm a little bit proprietary to Dave Cowens.
I love the story. It's terrific.
CLNS History is powered by Prize Picks. Download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup.